Hello again, friend. Thanks for joining me for this video seminar. I'm so excited to teach you about the Instant Achievement Blueprint because this is a step-by-step system for creating the life of your dreams, for getting what you want, for creating what you want in your life. Let's be honest. Is there something that you want more of? Do you want more money? Or do you want more financial independence? Do you want more freedom of your time? Do you want a better relationship with your lover or with your kids or with your parents? Do you want better health and fitness? Do you want a deeper spiritual path? Do you want a more rewarding life? Whatever it is that you want, this is a step-by-step system for getting there. And you've seen me brag about how I've created a multi-million-dollar online business by the age of 25, about how I'm in the best shape of my life, about how I'm in an ideal relationship with my ideal partner, about how I'm on a deep spiritual path that really feeds my soul. You see me brag about all these things. But I want to take a moment to be completely honest with you, because just 4 short months ago, at the end of 2011, I was struggling to pay rent. It came out of nowhere. It really hit me like a ton of bricks. It was just late December and there was about 10 days left in the month, and all of a sudden, just looking at the numbers in my bank account, which I wasn't doing too often at that time, I said, how am I gonna pay rent? And I really hit this massive roadblock where I had to do real work on myself, real self-discovery. I said, who am I being that I created this situation? Because I had to hustle to make it happen, and of course I made it happen. I put together a coaching program, rapid fire, sold 5 tickets real quick, and just handled my business. But I said, more importantly, I said, who am I being that I created this in my life? How did I get to this point? Someone who is so obviously self-actualized, who takes care to create their life intentionally in all areas. How did I get there in my finances? It's very simple. In 2011, I took a quantum leap in all areas of my life except for financially. In health, I became a vegetarian, then I became a vegan. I just cleaned out my body. It was really authentic for me to eat this way. It feels great. I lost 30 pounds effortlessly. I was training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu 5 times a week. My health just exploded, right? Inside relationships, I was in the most powerful and transformative relationship I'd ever been in. That totally set the stage for my current relationship, which is just out of this world. And I definitely took a huge step forward inside my relationships and my intimate relationships. Inside of my spirituality, I found my guru. His name is Yogi Raj. He's this incredible avatar from India. I do meditation every day, and it's just filled my life with gratitude and love. Right? So in spirituality, in health, in relationships, I made this huge step forward in all those areas. And financially, what did I do? Well, clearly I didn't do too much, considering by the end of the year I was struggling to pay rent. Really what I did was completely ignore my finances. And I let my business steadily decline just due to pure neglect, to the point where it had to hit me like a ton of bricks. Wake up. You can't pay your rent, right? And that's when I finally got the wake-up call, even though there were signs months and months and months beforehand. Now, how did that happen? How could that happen? It's very simple. I didn't have a system for making sure that I was moving forward in all areas of my life. I didn't have a system that kept me progressing and kept me on track and kept me growing in all areas, kept me growing in a well-rounded manner. And so because I had gotten comfortable with my finances the year before, because I had created my financial freedom, I let it decline. I just ignored it. I went and focused on other things. It's how you see those people who win the lottery and then go broke, because they don't understand how to manage money. That's exactly what I was doing. I created my business, I created my income, but I didn't manage it. And part of that was that I wasn't managing my goals. I had no new goals for my financial area of my life. And so You know, you're either growing or you're dying, my friends. And so I died in that area to the point where I got my wake-up call. Now, when this wake-up call came, I went and did massive work. I pulled all my tools out of my toolbox that allowed me to create that income in the first place, all my self-development tools for creating the lifestyle that I desire. And I even went to work learning some new tools that really rounded out my ability to create powerfully. And since that happened, I've created tens of thousands of dollars in new income streams. I've created a thriving coaching business and taken on many clients. I've created the ideal relationship with my ideal partner. And I've just filled my life with so much clarity and joy and passion. And I just see such a clear vision for where I'm going in the future in all my areas. Now, why does that matter to you? Because in order to have so many results and such success in such a short period of time, I had to create a system for doing so. And that's exactly what the Instant Achievement Blueprint is. It's my personal system for life success. It's what keeps me moving forward powerfully in all areas of my life, allowing me to create the success I desire. And it hasn't just been working for me. People have bought the blueprint and experienced similar results. Like my friend David Luritzen, who after buying the blueprint, got rid of some terrible habits that were holding him back, like watching TV and eating junk food. He's getting into the best shape of his life. He's doing yoga, he's doing meditation, and he has this crystal clear vision for his future that's just making him more excited and more passionate on a daily basis, is bringing him towards his dream reality. Or my friend Marshall Ray, who just after finishing crafting his financial goals, suddenly gets a phone call from a relative he hasn't spoken to in years, offering him an incredible job opportunity. And literally opportunities, he says, are just falling into his lap now. So by using the Instant Achievement Blueprint, you can inject clarity, precision, vision, and passion into your life, allowing you to see clearly exactly the life you want to create, whether that be in your finances or your relationships or your health, again, in all areas, and allows you to manifest with intention, and it gives you all the tools for doing so. So without any more delay, let's get into the specific steps of the blueprint. So I want to teach you exactly how the blueprint works and give you at least one critical component that you can implement into your life today in all 5 areas of the 5 different steps of the Instant Achievement Blueprint. So as I said before, the Instant Achievement Blueprint breaks down into a 5-step system. Step 1 of the system is what I call total alignment. Now, what most people don't recognize, what keeps them stuck, have you ever tried to shoot for a goal before and fallen short? This is most likely a large portion of the reason. You weren't in total alignment. Now, what does that mean to be in total alignment? It means alignment between your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your spiritual self, right? Because we are co-creators in this universe. We don't create every moment of our existence, although our ego would love for us to believe that we did. We are co-creators. We don't control every aspect. So there's part of your divine plan, that's the spiritual alignment. Then there's your subconscious and your conscious mind. That's your part of how manifestation works, what you control, right? So if all 3 of those are in alignment, that's where you can create powerfully. And I think the simplest way to show how this gets you off track would just be to use a personal example. For me, several years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I created a vision board. And a vision board is just basically a poster board of images of things that you'd like to create in your life, so you can look at it and imagine having those things and keep yourself on track and keep intentionally manifesting those things. Now, on my vision board, there were pictures of some very beautiful women. But these women were the fake plastic Hollywood type beautiful, you know, large fake breasts and bleach blonde hair and those kinds of things, the Playboy type beautiful. Now, The reason I never manifested a relationship with a woman like that in my life is because it was not in total alignment with my true being. In fact, just a year and a half later, after I'd done more self-discovery and personal healing and really removed more layers of societal programming and societal conditioning, just a year and a half later, I had a vision board that I made, and on that board, there was beautiful women as well, but these women looked very different. They were in flowing sundresses, and they were happily dancing in a field of flowers, and it was much more feminine and natural and divine in that way. And so in just a year and a half, my alignment had completely shifted, and I was now in better alignment to create the relationship I truly desired with the type of women I truly desired. Now, that initial vision board is an example of misalignment. My conscious mind thought, this is what I want women who look like this. But my heart, my subconscious, and my spiritual self knew better. And when any of these three parts are in misalignment with each other, they fight each other. And so this one says one thing, and this one says another thing, and they counteract each other, and then the result is you don't manifest your desires. So step one of the blueprint, the first section, is about total alignment. It gives you tools to understand your subconscious mind, tools to understand more powerfully your conscious mind and how it works, and tools to understand your spiritual self and how that aligns with your conscious and your subconscious mind. And then it gives you very step-by-step principles for doing the work necessary to program your conscious, subconscious minds to achieve the results that you truly desire. So on this video, I want to share just one quick tip about your conscious mind and how you can begin reprogramming it for the success that you enjoy. Because have you ever found that you set a goal like, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds, but then a thought comes through that says you'll always be fat? Or you say, I want to make more money, and a thought comes through that says, but you don't deserve it. This is the lack of alignment that I'm discussing, and this is what's going to keep you stuck. So to reprogram your conscious mind, you have to understand how your conscious mind works. And it's very simple. It's just like a computer. It's like a computer program that's been programmed with a certain software. And what does a program do? A program takes in an input and outputs an output. Right? So you type something into the program and it does something with that input, right? Your brain is the same way. And you know when you see brains with the lines all in them, like if you see a human brain, you see the lines, those lines form just like a canyon forms from a river. Every time you have a thought, it goes down your neural pathways and it releases a chemical that creates a deepening of those chasms. Just like a river flowing over land is going to cut out a deeper and deeper canyon over time until you get something like the Grand Canyon. Now when you have a Grand Canyon in your mind, this is a conscious thought pattern that's really hard to change, because the more you think a certain way, the more easy it is for you to think that way. This is why when all of a sudden you say, you know what, I really do want to lose the weight, there's a part in your mind that says, you're fat, you'll always be fat. Because you've said that to yourself in the mirror so many times, why am I so fat, right? And so your brain is conditioned to think this way. So the conscious mind is actually very simple to play with. All it takes is repetition. If you put some kind of structure in your life, like daily affirmations describing the thing that you desire, that will start to reprogram your conscious mind and give you the results that you're looking for by bringing you into alignment consciously with what you truly want. So the first thing that I would start to do if you want to get on board with creating your goals and creating your desires is see, where am I counteracting myself with my conscious beliefs? Do I want to make more money but believe that I should have to struggle to get there? Do I want to create relationships but feel I don't deserve a truly loving and blissful partnership? Do I want to feel more joy in my life but think that life is hard and it's meant to be unenjoyable, right? And use affirmations and a conscious process of daily reciting these affirmations to start reprogramming your conscious beliefs. This is going to keep you moving forward. Absolutely. Now, step 2 of the system is your goal setting. And goal setting is really important because it's going to provide you that clarity to know exactly where you're going, and it's going to provide you a measurement for how you know that you've gotten there. You can't get a result if you don't know what that result is. And you can't know that you've gotten somewhere unless you have clearly defined what it looks like to be there. So that's what goal setting and learning how to do it powerfully is going to allow you to do. Now, this isn't the typical type of goal setting where we say, I'm going to make $1 million and I'm a millionaire. Woo! This is intentional goal setting that is very specific and actually works with your new alignment of both your spiritual, subconscious, and conscious minds so that they support each other. Because goal setting can be detrimental to your success if it's not done the right way. So in this section, I teach you all about goal setting and how to create goals that really align with your life's purpose, really keep you moving forward, and really support you getting there in record time. One tip I'd love to give you about goal setting is that it needs to be specific and it needs to be positive. You don't ever want to fight against something. You must always embrace that which you truly desire. This is why these things like the war on drugs and the war against cancer, the fight against cancer, that's why it doesn't work. Because when you're fighting against something, you're feeding it your energy. You can't fight something and bring it into your awareness without giving it energy. That just makes logical sense. So instead of giving energy by fighting the thing you don't want, you have to give energy to what you do want by consciously creating that thing. So you don't say, by Christmas time this year, I want to get rid of my fat belly. You say, by Christmas time this year, I want to be experiencing the slim, fit freedom of my ideal physical body. Right? And so then you're creating in the positive, you're not fighting against the negative. Right? And that goes for any type of goal that you want to set. And the other thing is specificity. What does your goal look like? You can't say, I want to make more money. And this is a Tony Robbins thing. He says, oh, you want to make more money? Here's $1. There you go. Right? How much more money do you want to make? By when do you want to make it? Now, it's not to say that just because you say by this date means you're going to get it by that date. But unless you are specific, you won't have any type of measurement to know if you're actually getting the life you desire. Or if you're just creating a mediocre lifestyle that you can say, well, I asked for this and that's enough, I guess, and this is okay. Right? It's like, what do you truly want? Clarity is the name of the game in goal setting, and clarity breeds passion. Clarity supports your alignment because clarity is the logical result of getting in subconscious, conscious, and spiritual alignment. Now you feel aligned. Now you can project into words what that looks like and how it's going to look. And they feed off each other and just put so much motivation, so much passion into your daily existence. It's unbelievable. Now, step three of the blueprint is the most critical understanding that I had to bring into my awareness in order to create the blueprint and put it out there knowing that it was the most powerful system that I could create for achieving your goals. Step 3 is accountability and conditions. What I really want to give to you in this video is an understanding of what conditional thinking is, because it's another level above what people tend to do. Let's teach it by example. What do most people do on the New Year's? They say, this year I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to lose all these pounds, all these extra pounds, I'm going to go to the gym every day, etc. Right? And for the first 2 weeks of the new year, the gyms are packed. People are on their machines, people are going, they're excited, they're eating healthy, right? And then what happens after the first 2 weeks of the new year? The gyms empty out again, and all those people go back to whatever their lifestyle was before, and then next year they're making the same resolution with the same gut and to do the whole cycle again. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? Because people think action-oriented instead of conditionally. Conditions and accountability is this third step. Right? So actions, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to wake up earlier, I'm going to stretch, I'm going to run. These are all actions. And actions are great. But actions are not consistent because human beings are not robots. We're emotional creatures. We're illogical. When we're in a happy state, sure, we're likely to do all those actions. But what happens when you wake up groggy and tired? What happens when you spent all night at work the night before and now this morning you're sleepy or you're angry or you just got into a fight with your spouse? What happens then? Do you really want to go to the gym then? No. And then that negative momentum goes into the next day, and then you really don't feel like doing those actions, and then pretty soon you just give up, right? And that's action-oriented thinking. And that's the type of thinking that will always keep you living a lackluster life. So conditional thinking, that's how the real successes think. And conditional thinking is understanding that there's a condition or a situation you can put into place in your lifestyle that is going to make your success inevitable or automatic, right? And conditions and accountability work together, because with accountability, which is one of our best friends because we're social creatures, having some social accountability or personal accountability along with your conditions, they support each other to make sure you actually go out and achieve your goals. So again, the question you ask yourself for conditional thinking is, what condition can I put into place to make achieving my results be inevitable or automatic? And an example condition that I would love to impart to you on this video that also involves accountability is this. If you want to, say, make more money in your business or expand your business or really expand your life in any way, shape, or form, get a partner who wants to achieve that same result. And every morning, have a 10-minute call with them, talking to them about what you're going to do that day in order to get that result and how you're moving forward towards that result. 10-minute call, so 5 minutes each, you share what you're doing. And then at the end of the day, you do another 10-minute call where for 5 minutes each, you share what you did and maybe some problems you ran into or some solutions you found, etc. Right? And you do that every day. Now that is a condition, right? Instead of the actions, oh, I'm going to go running, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, it's a condition. I'm going to have a call every day, and it's also got accountability involved. I'm going to have a call every day with somebody else who's going to be depending on me to keep making this call. And we're going to talk about this result we're trying to create. And all the actions happen as a result of the condition. So instead of having to manage 20 actions, you only have to manage one condition. Maybe put a penalty in there for if you don't abide by this condition, right? And conditional thinking is what actually makes your goals achievable. It's a whole nother level of thinking. If you're stuck in action-oriented thinking, you're always going to be playing small. When you start thinking in terms of conditions, that's when the world really opens up to you. Now, step 4 of the blueprint is what I call easy implementation, right? Because we all have egos. We all have egos that want to keep us stuck in our current reality, that don't want to see us progress, that don't want to see us realize the life of our dreams. And so in order to bypass this ego structure, there's ways to easily implement all of these goals and all of these new things you're going to be doing into your lifestyle so that you can actually achieve what you want to achieve. Now in this section, I share my favorite tips, the things that come directly from my lifestyle, that I've put into my lifestyle that have dramatically changed my vibration and changed my results that I'm producing in just a matter of months. I'm going to use these techniques for the rest of my life to superpower my creation. And I'm going to pass them all along to you in the Instant Achievement Blueprint and additional versions of it that come out in the future. So in this section, I shared the simplest ways to just integrate into your daily routine the affirmations or the visualizations that you want to do. I teach you about visualization and affirmations and how to use these tools powerfully, how to put these tools in your toolbox for manifesting. Now, a quick note on visualization. People say, I've done visualization before. I visualized my BMW and I never got it. What I say about visualization is that it is a tool in your toolbox. And trying to manifest your desires with just visualization is like trying to build a house with just a hammer. It simply isn't possible. But in this section, you get a lot of tools to put into your toolbox so that you can manifest powerfully and with intention. So I can give you just one tip from this section of easy implementation. I'll give you the one that has made such a difference for me. I took a dry erase marker and on my bathroom mirror, I wrote several powerful affirmations. And what I do every time I go to the bathroom, every time I go to brush my teeth, I take a moment to just look at myself in the eyes in the mirror and say these affirmations. I look at my left eye and say them, I look at my right eye and say them. Right now I'm currently filling myself with self-love by saying things like, I love you, I love myself, I love you. I'm filling myself with self-worth by saying things like, I deserve my greatness, and I add physical things to them. When I'm saying I love you, I say, I love you, I love myself. And I know this looks cheesy, but if you can't even love yourself, if you can't fill yourself up with self-love, you can't expect that the world is gonna do that for you. The world is primarily negative, and the world is not here to support your success. So you gotta do these things for yourself. And this is my favorite one because it takes me literally 10 to 15 seconds every time I walk into the bathroom, and it's made a dramatic impact in my life. So I fill myself with self-love by saying I love myself. I fill myself with self-worth by saying I deserve my greatness. I fill myself with abundance consciousness by saying, holding out my hands and saying, I receive money as effortlessly as oxygen. And I do that in the mirror with looking in my own eyes, and then lastly I finish it with, and I'm grateful, and I'm grateful. And in 15 seconds, I've shifted my whole vibration. And I keep myself in such a consistent, positive place with the simple activity of taking a Sharpie and putting a couple important affirmations on my mirror. So that's one of my favorite ones, and I love just passing that along to you in this video. Now, section 5, and the last part of this 5-step system, is reflection and adjustment. And if anything was the cause of my financial breakdown at the end of 2011, it was the lack of this step right here. Because you simply must reflect back on your goals, on how you've progressed, on what you've achieved, what maybe needs some new alignment, and that's where the adjustment comes in. You have to do this. You have to, because as you progress towards a goal, you're going to be healing yourself towards the realization of that goal. And as you heal and as you get closer and closer to that actual goal, as you start seeing it and believing it and feeling it more and more truly in your reality, you're going to release resistance, and you're going to see more clearly what you truly want and how that goal should really look. And then you can go back and adjust it. And that's why this is a 5-step cyclical system, because the reflection and adjustment leads right back to goal setting again, or right back to alignment. You realign. So step 1 is total alignment, then you move into your goal setting, then you learn about accountability and conditions, and you create a structure for actually achieving your goals. Then you go on to easy implementation, and you learn exactly how to put this structure into your life easily and effectively. And then you go on to reflection and adjustment, where you make the tweaks necessary. You know, they released from NASA, they said that the space shuttle that landed on the moon was only on course about 3% of the trip. 3% of the trip, 97% of the trip, they were a little off course and just constantly adjusting, constantly adjusting, constantly adjusting. And that's exactly what you want to do with your goals. You constantly adjust, and you get there. You don't need to be on course. You don't need to know what the course even looks like. You just have to have a commitment to this structure and to constantly adjusting and to know the goal. Getting to the moon is just like setting your goal effectively in step 2. And then the tools for getting there, your rocket ship, that comes in section 3 and section 4, and the adjustments come in step 5 of the system, and that leads you right back to the beginning. So if I could give you a really good tip from step 5 that you can implement today, it would be to look back on everything you've achieved thus far and just show yourself some gratitude. We are so busy trying to create that next thing and the next thing and the next thing. We very rarely take the time to look at what we've created and say, wow, good job. Wow, I have gratitude for myself, and I have gratitude for the universe for what I have right here and now. And I can't wait for this thing, but wow, like I'm really just thrilled with what I have here and now. Right? And from this place of gratitude, of self-gratitude, of universal gratitude, you're in a perfect vibration, you're in a perfect mindset and a headspace for adjusting powerfully, reflecting powerfully, and creating that next iteration more clearly of your next goals. So take a moment, reflect on what you've done so far, and just show yourself some gratitude, and you're going to see more clearly what it is that you want for the future. So that's how the entire system of the Instant Achievement Blueprint works. And I've made it available to you below this video. So if you click the button below, you can grab the Instant Achievement Blueprint. You can be downloading it and reading it instantly and starting to implement this valuable information into your life. Now, what you can expect on the other side, what you can expect to see in your life after getting the Instant Achievement Blueprint and implementing it, is that you're going to feel empowered to create the life you desire in any area. You'll no longer feel helpless or like anything is not achievable. And you'll also feel like you're moving forward, like you have a system that ensures that you're progressing, that you're getting what you want out of life. You're going to start to see things manifest in all areas of your life, and you're going to be stepping powerfully into your ideal lifestyle. That's what this system provides you. And I really wanted you to get on board with the Instant Achievement Blueprint today. So I've included some incredible bonus gifts that I'm so excited to share with you. Now, 3 mastermind webinars are going to be included with the Instant Achievement Blueprint. All 3 of these are about 1 to 2 hours long and could all be products on their own. In the first webinar, we're going to talk about getting unstuck and how to model success. Success is a formula that can be modeled, and in this seminar we're going to talk about exactly how you can model it for yourself using the techniques from the Instant Achievement Blueprint and a couple special things I talk about in that webinar. Another webinar that you're going to get is called the Total Manifestation Toolkit. Now, on this webinar you're going to get my entire toolbox of tools for manifestation and see how they all fit into the Instant Achievement Blueprint. Remember how I said that trying to create your life's desires with just visualizing would be like trying to build a house with just a hammer? On the Total Manifestation Toolkit webinar, you're going to get the entire toolbox so that you have the hammer, you have the saw, you got the level, you have it all, right? And so that's what you're going to get in that bonus webinar. And now the third powerful bonus webinar is going to be all about effortless success through vibrational alignment. It's going to be tools and techniques for recognizing where you are vibrationally, where your thoughts are, where your feelings are, what you're attracting into your life, and fine-tuning that for success. And lastly, an exciting bonus that I wanted to include with the Instant Achievement Blueprint is a private forum where you'll get direct access to me, and not only me, but everybody else in the community who's purchased the Instant Achievement Blueprint and who is consciously, actively working on improving themselves and achieving the life that they desire. Now, you're going to get direct access to me as well, which my coaching clients are currently paying $400 an hour for. So this bonus, it pays for the blueprint all on its own. So again, the blueprint is available to you right below this video. And let's talk about the price for a second, because if I was going to deliver the Instant Achievement Blueprint through personal business consulting, if I was walking into your office and you were the CEO of a company that needed my advice on how to reform your goals and how to create the future that you truly desire, I'd be charging $20,000 for that type of consulting one-on-one. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be charging you $20,000 for the blueprint or even anything close. In fact, if you've followed me at all or have seen my videos on noahhammond.com or have checked out anything that I've done out on the internet in the past, you know that I'm all about service. I'm all about giving. It's one of my core values is to just give as much value to the world as possible and to really facilitate and help the evolution of humanity, to help people who are struggling to succeed to finally succeed. It's one of my core values. And so I've priced the Instant Achievement Blueprint at just $47. I made it affordable for anybody to get on board with. And so for the cost of dinner for 2, you can download the Instant Achievement Blueprint, begin implementing it in your life. Again, you're going to get the 3 bonus webinars, Modeling Success, the Total Manifestation Toolkit, and Effortless Success through Vibrational Attunement. And you're also going to get the bonus private forum where you're going to get direct access to me as well as the whole community of people who are working with the Instant Achievement Blueprint to create the life that they desire. And the last thing that I want to tell you before we wrap this up is my ironclad guarantee. This takes away any risk that you might be worried about in purchasing the Instant Achievement Blueprint, because it's my personal guarantee that you have a 365-day money-back guarantee with the Instant Achievement Blueprint. So if you purchase it and for any reason feel that you deserve a refund or don't get the results that you want or don't feel that it was worth it or feel for any reason that you'd like to refund your purchase, you have a full 365 days, a full year to try out this product, to implement it into your life, to try out the blueprint and see what success you can create. And if for some reason at the end of that year, you don't feel like you've gotten the results that you desired, you don't feel like it was worth your time or your money, you can go ahead and refund, and there'll be no questions asked refund policy. That's my way to take away any risk from you so that you can go ahead and purchase with confidence and know that you're going to get the tools and the strategies and the ability to create the life that you truly desire, to go get that wealth or that health or that relationship or that spiritual connection, whatever it is in whatever area. The Instant Achievement Blueprint is those tools. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to say again, click below if you want to grab the Instant Achievement Blueprint and start changing your life in the positive in all the ways that you want to. And I just want to remind you that the Instant Achievement Blueprint, it really is a systematic approach to manifesting the life that you desire. If you're sitting with doubt or questions of whether or not it's right for you, the question I would ask you is there something that you want in your life that you're really not sure how to get? Because if there's something that you want and you don't know how to get it, the Instant Achievement Blueprint and the complimentary webinars and the forum, this is how to get it. The bottom line is that when you start implementing the Instant Achievement Blueprint and the Total Manifestation Toolkit and all the tools available in there, the bottom line is that you get what you want. When you start making these changes, when you get this powerful system implemented in your life, you get what you want. And I really want to include you in this community of people who are getting what they want, of people who are moving forward in their life. I really want to include you in this movement of powerful manifestation, because on this private forum, we're not going to have your average Joe. We're going to have people who are moving and shaking and creating the life of their dreams. These are going to be people that you want to connect with. These are going to be people that you want to be supported by and that you would like to support. So I want to include you in this community, and I'm going to give you one more urge to action. Click below and grab your copy of the Instant Achievement Blueprint today, and you're going to be instantly able to download it and start reading through and implementing these strategies in your life. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope this video has been enlightening. I hope it's been helpful. If you find it helpful, please share it with a friend. The 5 steps of the Instant Achievement Blueprint has absolutely changed my life. And thank you so much again for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon.